Mafia, the Don's eyes never blink. Have you ever wondered why mafia bosses seem to have an uncanny ability to know when someone is lying? How can they sense deception so accurately? And what makes them such formidable figures in the criminal underworld? Welcome to our channel, where today we delve into the secrets of mafia bosses and their almost supernatural powers of perception. We will explore the reasons behind their unnerving stare and how it serves as a tool to maintain power, extract confessions, and instill fear in their enemies. Prepare to be amazed by the insights of body language experts and psychologists as they reveal the hidden meanings behind the mafia boss's unwavering gaze. You won't want to miss this intriguing look into the minds of these notorious criminals. So sit back and get ready to learn about Mafia. The Don's eyes never blink. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and for mafia bosses, they are also the windows to power. When you meet a mafia boss face to face, you cannot help but notice his intense stare. It is an unnerving experience that sends chills down your spine and makes you feel like every move you make is being scrutinized. But there is more to this stare than meets the eye. Body language expert Alan Peace explains that mafia bosses use their stare to project an image of invincibility and control. They believe that if they can maintain a steady gaze, it will intimidate their enemies and make them vulnerable. This belief is rooted in the Italian tradition of the mafia, which emphasizes stoicism, self-control, and the ability to inspire awe and respect in others. In fact, the word mafia itself comes from the Sicilian word mafiasa, which means refuge or protector. This is a fitting description of the mafia boss who uses his stare to create a sense of refuge or protection among his followers and instill fear in those who oppose him. But the mafia boss's stare is not just about projecting an image. It is also about reading the people around him, according to psychologist Vanessa Van Edwards. The eyes can reveal a person's emotions and intentions, even when they are trying to hide them. This is because the eyes are the only part of the face that cannot be controlled consciously. As you meet the gaze of a mafia boss, he is silently sizing you up, taking in all the details of your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. He is looking for any sign of weakness, fear, or deception, and he is not afraid to let you know that he is doing it. His stare is a form of nonverbal communication that says, "I am in charge here, and I am watching you." It is a reminder that there is no room for error in the dangerous world of the mafia. One wrong move or one false statement could cost you dearly. The boss's eyes are the instruments of that power. They are the tools he uses to maintain control and ensure that everyone around him knows who is in charge. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the weight of everyone's eyes on you. You try to smile, but your heart is pounding. Your palms are sweaty and you can't shake the feeling that you are being judged. Suddenly, the room feels colder and you start to question your every move. You are experiencing something akin to what it must be like to be under the watchful gaze of a mafia boss. For these men, it is not just a way to assert dominance, it is a way of life. Their stare is so intense that it becomes a part of their identity. It is what people remember most about them. It is what sets them apart from the rest. And it is what makes them such formidable figures in the criminal underworld. Mafia bosses are known for their ability to spot liars, and it all starts with their eyes. According to body language expert Patty Wood, author of Success Signals, A Guide to Reading Body Language, the eyes are the most important clue we have when trying to detect deception. This is because when someone lies, their eyes often betray their true feelings. Mafia bosses have honed their ability to read microexpressions, which are fleeting facial expressions that reveal a person's true emotions. They can detect the slightest twitch or flicker of the eyes and use it to determine if someone is being truthful. This skill is essential to their survival in the criminal underworld, where trust is hard to come by and danger lurks around every corner. For example, when a mafia boss asks a question, he is not just listening to the words that come out of his associate's mouth. He is also paying attention to the tone of their voice and the emotions they are trying to convey. If their voice is flat or monotone, it may indicate that they are hiding something. Similarly, if their eyes are darting around the room or looking away, it may suggest that they are uncomfortable with the conversation. These are all signs that the boss uses to gauge their trustworthiness and loyalty. If an associate's eyes do not meet the boss's gaze, it may be a sign of disrespect or insubordination, which could lead to severe consequences. On the other hand, if an associate's eyes are locked onto the boss's, it may convey respect and obedience. This is because maintaining eye contact is a sign of engagement and attentiveness, which are qualities that mafia bosses value highly in their associates. It is not just the direction of the eyes that matters, but also the amount of white that is visible. According to Wood, when someone is lying, tend to show more white above or below their irises than someone who is telling the truth. This is because the muscles around the eyes are harder to control when someone is being deceptive. So the next time you find yourself in the presence of a mafia boss, pay close attention to the way his eyes move and express themselves. It could save you from a world of trouble. In the high-stakes game of Mafia, power is everything, and the boss sits at the top of the food chain. But maintaining that power requires constant vigilance and control. This is where the boss's eyes play a crucial role. By staring intently, the boss projects an image of invincibility that keeps his enemies at bay. It is a display of dominance that leaves no room for doubt about who is in charge. But this unwavering gaze can be unsettling for some. To them, it feels like the boss is peering into their souls, judging their every move and thought. And in a way, he is. The boss's eyes are the windows to his soul, revealing his intelligence, confidence, and ruthlessness. Those who meet his gaze are often left feeling exposed and vulnerable, knowing that they are in the presence of a true leader of the mafia. Being a mafia boss is not for the faint of heart. It takes a certain kind of person to rise to the top of the criminal underworld and maintain their position of power. And these men are made of stern stuff. They are fearless, cunning, and ruthless, willing to do whatever it takes to protect their turf and their reputation. Their eyes reflect this toughness, revealing the strength and determination that got them to the top. Looking into their eyes is like staring into the abyss, knowing that there is no escape from the darkness that surrounds them. You might think that blinking is a natural and involuntary action that happens without us even realizing it. However, it turns out that our blinking can reveal a lot about us, especially when it comes to deception. According to Vanessa Van Edwards, author of Captivate, The Science of Succeeding with People, the mafia boss's eyes never blink because it is a sign of confidence and control. When we blink, we are essentially closing our eyes for a split second to wet and clean the surface of our eyes. It is a natural and necessary function of our bodies. However, we can also control our blinking to some extent, and our blinking patterns can reveal a lot about us. For example, if we are nervous or uncomfortable, we may blink more frequently. This is because blinking helps to reduce the amount of stimulation we receive from our surroundings, making us feel more relaxed. Conversely, if we are confident and in control, we may blink less frequently. This is because we are comfortable with our surroundings and do not feel the need to reduce the amount of stimulation we receive. Now, let's take a closer look at the mafia boss's eyes. Did you notice anything unusual about them? One of the most striking things about the mafia boss's eyes is that they never seem to blink. This is not because they are emotionless or cold-hearted individuals. In fact, far from it. Their eyes are burning with intensity, revealing their passion and commitment to their way of life. Instead, their lack of blinking is a sign of their confidence and control over their own emotions. They are not easily rattled or thrown off balance, and they always seem to have a plan in place. Their eyes tell us that these men are not afraid to take risks or make bold moves, and they will stop at nothing to achieve their goals. Their lack of blinking is a testament to their mental toughness and ability to remain focused in the face of any obstacle. So the next time you see a mafia boss staring intently at you, don't be intimidated by their unwavering gaze. Instead, take a moment to appreciate the strength and determination that led them to the top of the criminal underworld. Just remember, their eyes may never blink, but their ambition and drive will never cease to amaze you. Thanks for watching.